Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtike. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 23, Life's Ultimate Goal, Love of Godhead. Text 57 onwards. So Mahaprabhu was explaining the waves, the ecstasy in Shant, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya Ras. But now he is going to discuss Madhurya Ras. Ruda Adhiruda Bhava Kevala Madhure. Mahishi Ganera Ruda Adhiruda Gopika Nikare. Only in the conjugal mellow are there two ecstatic symptoms called Ruda, means advanced, Ruda, and Adhiruda, means highly advanced. The advanced ecstasies are found among the queens of Dwarka, and the highly advanced ecstasies are found among the gopis. That's why the gopis are so special. The Adhirud ecstasies are explained in the Ujjwal Nilamani. So that's another book. The very sweet attraction of love, or attraction of conjugal love, increases through affection, counter love, love, attachment, sub-attachment, ecstasy, and highly advanced ecstasy, Mahabhav. The platform of Mahabhav includes Ruda and Adhiruda. These platforms are possible only in conjugal love. Advanced ecstasy is found in Dwarka, whereas highly advanced ecstasy is found among the gopis. So we only talk about up to prema. Now there are so further gradations of prema. Adhirod Mahabhav Duita Prakar. Now even Adhirod, there are two. Sambhoge Madan Virahe Mohan Namata. Highly advanced ecstasy is divided into two categories, Madan and Mohan. Meeting together is called Madan and separation is called Mohan. Madane Chumbanadi hai Ananta Vibhed, Udghurna Chitra Jalpa, Mohane Dui Bhed. On the Madan platform, there are kissing and many other symptoms which are unlimited. In the Mohan stage, there are two divisions. Udghurna means unsteadiness, and Chitra Jalpa, varieties of mad emotional talks. Chitra Jalpera Dash Anga, Prajalpadi Naam, Brahmar Gitar Dash Slok Tahate Pram. Mad emotional talks include 10 divisions called Prajalp and other names. An example of this is the 10 verses spoken by Srimati Radharani called the Song to the Bumblebee, Brahmar Gita. Imaginative mad talks, known as Chitra Jalpa, can be divided into 10 categories. So those 10 categories are Prajalpa, Parijalpa, Vijalpa, Udjalpa, Sanjalpa, Avajalpa, Abhijalpa, Ajalpa, Pratijalpa, and Sujalpa. There are no English equivalents for these different types of Jalpa or imaginative talk. Now, somebody, if he's in a mental hospital, they also talk to themselves or talk to imaginative people or something like that. They will be considered just crazy, mad. But here, this is the highest form of love. person becomes mad in love for Krishna, mad in love with Krishna. Srimati Radharani herself, she spoke this Brahmar Geet we read in Srimad Bhagavatam. And the 10 verses, there are 10 verses, and every verse corresponds to one of the 10 categories. How deeply the acharyas have categorized everything. It's amazing. So this was Jalpa. Now, Udghurna Vivasha Cheshta, Divyonamadana, Virahe Krishna Sfurti, Apana ke Krishna Gyan. Udghurna or unsteadiness and Vivash Cheshta, boastful activities, are aspects of transcendental madness. In separation from Krishna, one experiences the manifestation of Krishna, and one thinks oneself to be Krishna. Sambhoga vipralambha bhedid vivid shringar sambhogera ananta anga nahi antatar. In conjugal love shringar, there are two departments, meeting and separation. On the platform of meeting, there are unlimited varieties that are beyond description. Now, Vipralamba is described in the Ujjwal Neelamani. When the lover and the beloved meet, they're called yukta or connected. Previous to their meeting, they're called ayukta, not connected, whether connected or not connected. The ecstatic emotion arising due to not being able to embrace and kiss each other as desired is called Vipralamba. This Vipralamba helps nourish emotions at the time of meeting. Now, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking, who is Sannyas Shiromani, best among the sannyasis, he is speaking to Sanatan Goswami, again, who has become a sannyasi, who has given up everything. And then this is written down by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami told him all these things. Kaviraj Goswami is writing them down. They both are sannyasis. And then Prabhupada is writing his commentaries. Again, another sannyasi. So when all these sannyasis or Supreme Lord himself or self-realized souls, they say, whether connected or not connected, the ecstatic emotion arising due to not being able to embrace and kiss each other as desired is called Vipralamba. And this is explained by in Ujjwal Neelamani. I believe Baldev Vidyabhushan wrote this book. Although they use these words, embrace and kiss, because these are the emotions, these are the loving affairs of Srimati Radharani and Krishna. These are not in an obscene manner we should take, or this is not pornographic. It's a huge difference. This is spiritual affairs, spiritual activities, completely topmost is spiritual between Radharani and Krishna. And acharyas are just describing them. So, but people, because we don't have our clean mentality, consciousness is impure, completely impure. So when we read and think of these things, we think of just teenager boy and girl meeting and embracing and kissing each other. There's not a drop of love in that. It's all lust. But here, it's complete, pure love. And all the acharyas are giving their time, describing all this, giving so much of detail. It definitely makes it very, very pure. And Supreme Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is describing himself. So definitely he won't be describing anything material, mundane, lusty affairs. So the Vipralamba Bhav is between union and separation. And when they are in ecstasy, thinking of each other. Similarly, Sambhog is described in the following verse, quoted from the Vedic literature by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his Anubhashya. Meeting each other and embracing each other are aimed at bringing about the happiness of the lover and the beloved. When this stage becomes increasingly jubilant, the resultant ecstatic emotion is called Sambhog. Now, when awakened, Sambhoga is divided into four categories. Purva Rag Anantar means after Purva Rag, attachment prior to meeting. Sambhoga is called brief or Sankshipta. Man Anantar, after Man, anger based on love. Sambhog is called encroached, Sankiran. Kinchit Dura Pravas Anantar, after being a little distance away from for some time. Sambhog is called accomplished, Sampan. Sudur Pravas Anantar, after being far away, Sambhog is called perfection. Samriddhima. Now, the meetings of the lovers that take place in dreams also have these four divisions. Vipralamba Chaturvidha, Purvarag Man, Prava Sakhya Ara Prema, Vachitya Akhya. Vipralamba has four divisions, Purvarag, Man, Pravas, and Prema, Vachitya. So Purva Rag is described as when attachment produced in the lover and beloved before the meeting by seeing, hearing, and so on becomes very palatable by mixture of four ingredients such as Vibhav and Anubhav. This is called Purva Rag. The word Man is described as whether the lover and beloved are in one place or in different places. Their mood that obstructs their looking at each other and embracing each other, although they are attached to each other, is called man. Pravas is explained as pravas is a word used to indicate the separation of lovers who were previously intimately associated. This separation is due to their being in different places. Similarly, prem vachitya is explained as it's a word used to indicate an abundance of love that brings about grief from fear of separation, although the lover is present. In the presence of lover, abundance of love that brings about grief from fear of separation. Now, how do we explain this? राधिकाद्य पूर्व राग प्रसिद्ध प्रवास माने प्रेम वैचित्य श्री दशमे महिषी गणे. Of the four kinds of separation, three, Pururag, Pravas, and Man, are celebrated in Srimati Radharani and the Gopis. In Dwarka, among the queens, feelings of Prema Vachitya are very prominent. Prem Vachitya means they are, Krishna is there, but they're feeling separation, or they are grieving because of the fear of separation, that he's going to go away. Kurari vilapsi tvam vit nidra nasheshe swapiti jagati ratrayam ishvara gupta bodha vayam eva sakhi kachit gala nirvidha cheta nalina nayana hasodhar lilekshitena. My dear friend Kurari, it is now night, and Lord Shri Krishna is sleeping. You yourself are not asleep or resting, but are lamenting. Should I presume that you, like us, are affected by the smiling, liberal, playful glances of lotus-eyed Krishna? If so, your heart is deeply pierced. Is that why you're showing these signs of sleepless lamentation? So this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, was spoken by Lord Krishna's queens. Although they were with Krishna, they were still thinking of losing his company. Vrajendra Nandan Krishna Nayak Shiromani, Nayikara Shiromani, Radha Thakurani. Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appeared as the son of Nanda Maharaj, is a supreme hero in all dealings. Similarly, Srimati Radharani is the topmost heroine in all dealings. Nayakanam Shiroratnam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Yatra Nityataya Sarve Virajante Mahaguna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself, and He is a crown jewel of all heroes. In Krishna, all transcendental good qualities are permanently situated. This verse is found in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Devi Krishna Mai Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mai Sarva Kanti Sammohini Pra. The transcendental goddess Srimati Radharani is a direct counterpart of Lord Shri Krishna. She is the central figure for all the goddesses of fortune. She possesses all the attraction to attract the all-attractive personality of Godhead. She is a primeval internal potency of the Lord. So this text is found in Brihad Gautamiya Tantra. Ananta Krishnera Guna Choshati Pradhan. Ek ek Guna Shuni Julai Bhaktaka. The transcendental qualities of Lord Krishna are unlimited. Out of these, 64 are considered prominent. The ears of the devotees are satisfied simply by hearing all these qualities one after the other. So 64 are considered prominent. Ayamaneta su ramayanga sarvasal lakshananvitaha ruchiras tejasa yukto baliyan vayasanvitaha. Krishna, the supreme hero, has the most beautiful transcendental body. This body possesses all good features. It is radiant and very pleasing to the eyes. His body is powerful, strong, and youthful. This is from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So, his body is beautiful, radiant, very pleasing, but it's powerful, very strong, and youthful at the same time. Vividadhuta bhasha vitta satya vakya priyam vada. Vavadukaha supandityo buddhiman pratibhanvita. Krishna is a linguist. So these are the 64 qualities, most prominent qualities Mahaprabhu is telling. Krishna is a linguist of all wonderful languages. He is a truthful and very pleasing speaker. He is expert in speaking and he is a very wise, learned scholar and a genius. Vidagdash chaturtho daksha kritagya sudrida vrita desha kala supatragya shastra chakshu shuchiravashi. Krishna is very expert in artistic enjoyment. He is highly cunning, expert, grateful, and firmly determined in his vows. He knows how to deal according to time, person, and country. And he sees through the scriptures and authoritative books. He is very clean and self-controlled. Stirodanta Kshama Shila Gabiro Dhritimana Sama Vadanyo Dharmika Sura Karuno Manya Manakrit. Lord Krishna is steady, his senses are controlled, and he is forgiving, grave, and calm. He is also equal to all. Moreover, he is magnanimous, religious, chivalrous, and kind. He is always respectful to respectable people. Dakshino Vinay Hriman Sharangata Palaka Sukhi Bhakta Suhrit Prema Vashya Sarva Shubhan Kara. Krishna is very simple and liberal. He is humble and bashful, and he is the protector of the surrendered soul. He is very happy and is always a well-wisher of his devotees. He is all auspicious and is submissive to love. Pratapi Kirtiman Rakta Loka Sadhu Samashreya Nari Gana Manohari Sarvardhya Samriddhima Sarva Aradhya. Krishna is very influential and famous, and he is the object of attachment for everyone. He is a shelter of the good and the virtuous. He is attractive to the minds of women and is worshipped by everyone. He is very, very rich. Smritiman. Variyan Ishwarasheti Gunastasyam Kurti Anko Anu Kirtita Samudra Eva Panchashant Durvigaha Hare Rami. Krishna is the supreme and is always glorified as the supreme Lord and controller. Thus, all the previously mentioned transcendental qualities are in him. The 50 qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead mentioned above are as deep as an ocean. In other words, they're difficult to fully comprehend. Jiveshva ete basanto api bindu bindu taya kvachit paripurnatya bhanti tatraiva purushottame. These qualities are sometimes very minutely exhibited in living beings, but they are fully manifested in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, very minutely exhibited in living beings, but pure devotees, these qualities are exhibited to higher degree than people like us. This verse is found in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Living entities are parts and parcels of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mame Vansho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. The qualities of Krishna are present in the living entity in minute atomic quantities. A small portion of gold is certainly gold, but it cannot be equal to a gold mine. Similarly, the living entities have all the characteristics of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in minute quantity, but the living entity is never equal to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. God is therefore described as a supreme being, and the living entity is described as a jiva. God is described as a supreme being, the chief of all living beings, because he is supplying the necessities for all others. Eko bahunam yovidadhati kam. The Mayavadis maintain that everyone is God. So how can we be God? We have qualities, but in very minute quantity. The Mayavadis maintain that everyone is God, but even if this philosophy is accepted, no one can maintain that everyone is equal to the Supreme Godhead in every respect. Only unintelligent men maintain that everyone is equal to God or that everyone is God. It's not possible. Ath pancha guna se syur anshena girishadishu. Apart from these 50 qualities, there are 5 other qualities found in the Supreme Personality of Godhead that are partially present in demigods like Shiva. So, following verses, Sada Swarupa Sampraptaha Sarvagyo Nitya Nutana Sachidananda Sandringa Dranga Sarva Siddhi Nishevita Athochayante Guna Pancha Ye Lakshmi Adi Vartina Avichintya Mahashakti Koti Brahmanda Vikraha Avataravali Bijam Hatari Gati Dayaka Atma Rama Gana Karshati Ami Krishna Kiladbhuta. So first Mahaprabhu described 50 qualities, and as Prabhupada mentioned, Jiva, living entities like us, we can have those 50 qualities up to certain degree. Only those 50 qualities. Nothing beyond that. So Brahmaji, who's a Jiva, living entity, so he has those 50 qualities to a much better extent than we do. And then Mahaprabhu is explaining next there are 5 more qualities. So Lord Shiva has these 55 qualities, 50 plus these 5. So nicely explained. These qualities of the Lord is always situated in his original position. He is omniscient. He is always fresh and youthful. He is a concentrated form of eternity, knowledge, and bliss, and he is a possessor of all mystic perfection. So these 55 in Lord Shiva. And then there are 5 more. There are another 5 qualities which exist in the Vaikuntha planets in Narayan, the Lord of Lakshmi. These qualities are also present in Krishna, but they are not present in demigods like Lord Shiva or in other living entities. They're not present, and even if we are liberated or we go back to Vaikuntha Loka, we have only these 50 qualities, not these 5 and the next 5 also. And so the 5 extra qualities that are present in Vaikuntha planets in Narayan, these are: first, the Lord possesses inconceivable supreme power. He generates innumerable universes from his body. He is the original source of all incarnations. He bestows salvation upon enemies he kills. And fifth, he has the ability to attract exalted persons who are satisfied in themselves. See, when it says he bestows salvation upon enemies he kills, even Lord Shiva, he doesn't give liberation. Only Vishnu can. Although these qualities are present in Narayan, the dominating deity of the Vaikuntha planets, they are even more wonderfully present in Krishna. Now further, so these are now 60 qualities. Sarvadvuta Chamatakara, Lila Kallola Varidhi, Atulya Madhura Prema, Mandita Priya Mandala, Trijagan Mana Shakarshi, Murli Kalla Kujita, Asamanordhva Rupashri, Vismapita Charachara. Apart from these 60 transcendental qualities, Krishna has an additional 4 transcendental qualities which are not manifested even in the personality of Narayan. These are: first, Krishna is like an ocean filled with waves of pastimes that evoke wonder within everyone in the 3 worlds. In his activities of conjugal love, he is always surrounded by dear devotees who possess unequaled love for him. Third, he attracts the minds of all 3 worlds with the melodious vibration of his flute. And fourth, his personal beauty and opulence are beyond compare. No one is equal to him and no one is greater than him. So these 4 qualities are Leela Madhuri, Prem Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, and Roop Madhuri. Thus, the personality of Godhead astonishes all living entities, both moving and non-moving, within the 3 worlds. He is so beautiful that he is called Krishna. Mayavadi philosophers who have a poor fund of knowledge simply dismiss the subject by explaining that Krishna means black. That's what they say. Not understanding, although he is a most beautiful. Although, not understanding the qualities of Krishna, these atheistic rascals do not accept him as the supreme personality of Godhead. Although the Lord is described and accepted by great personalities, acharyas, and sages, the Mayavadis still do not appreciate him. Unfortunately, at the present moment, human society is so degraded that people cannot even provide themselves with life's daily necessities. Yet they are captivated by Mayavadi philosophers and are being misled. People cannot even provide themselves with life's daily necessities, and Mayavadis say, we all are God. You are God, I am God, everybody is God. So what kind of God is this? God is Krishna, who has all the 64 qualities. And more than that, 64 are most prominent. According to Bhagavad Gita, simply by understanding Krishna, one can get free from the cycle of birth and death. Unfortunately, this great science of Krishna consciousness has been impeded by Mayavadi philosophers who are opposed to the personality of Krishna. Those who are preaching this Krishna consciousness movement must try to understand Krishna from the statements given in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. And then we can preach, or we can convince others of Krishna's qualities. Lila premna priyadikyam madhuryam venu rupayo iti asadharanam proktam govindasya chatushtayam evam gunas chaturvedash chatushashtir udahrita. Above Narayan, Krishna has four specific transcendental qualities: his wonderful pastimes, an abundance of wonderful associates who are very dear to him, like the gopis, his wonderful beauty, and the wonderful vibration of his flute. Lord Krishna is more exalted than ordinary living beings and demigods like Lord Shiva. He is even more exalted than his personal expansion, Narayan. In all, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has 64 transcendental qualities in full. In full. Not he has 64 qualities better than others. No, then that doesn't give him the full thing. These qualities are in full, complete, nothing lacking. Ananta Guna Shri Radhikara Panchasa Pradhan. Yei Gunera Vasha Hai Krishna Bhagavan. And now Srimati Radharani, she has 25 qualities, or 25 are principal. Similarly, Srimati Radharani has unlimited transcendental qualities, of which 25 are principal. Shri Krishna is controlled by these transcendental qualities of Srimati Radharani. So these qualities are, I'll just go to the translation. Srimati Radharani's 25 chief transcendental qualities are: she's very sweet, she's always freshly youthful, her eyes are restless, she smiles brightly, she has beautiful, auspicious lines, she makes Krishna happy with her bodily aroma, she is very expert in singing, her speech is charming, she is very expert in joking and speaking pleasantly. She is very humble and meek. She is always full of mercy. She is cunning. Cunning, sweet cunning, not bad way. She is expert in executing her duties. She is shy. She is always respectful. She is always calm. She is always grave. She is expert in enjoying life. She is situated at the topmost level of ecstatic love. She is a reservoir of all loving affairs in Gokul. She is the most famous of submissive devotees. She is very affectionate to elderly people. She is very submissive to the love of her friends. She is the chief gopi. And 25th, the most important, she always keeps Krishna under her control. In short, she possesses unlimited transcendental qualities, just as Lord Krishna does. So this 25th quality, that the most of always keeps Krishna under her control. Of course, by her love and by her service, but this is how Krishna is in her control, under her control. I guess this is enough for us to meditate on for today. So we'll stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments.
Nice class, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mata.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Hmm?
It's a beautiful. Everything, each and every shloka was so nice.
Yeah.
बहुत सुंदर. Very nice. Good. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you. We all are
Hare
safe
Krishna.
and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri
Hare
Prabhupada.
Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you.